Jungkook stopped the car and picked up his call. Jungkook. Mom, what happened? Mrs. Jaeon. YN is here in the school and she is introducing herself as Yoonwoo's mother. What is going on? Jungkook. What? Why would she call herself Yoonwoo's mother? Mrs. Jaeon. I don't know, they both are participating in the games and I can't help but to agree with them. Mrs. Jaeon. Others are asking me if she is my daughter-in-law and I said things are going on but it's not finalized. Come here and solve it by yourself. She cut off the call. Jungkook. These two. Grandma. What happened? Jungkook sighed and told her everything.
Yoonwoo was talking with his friends. Friend 1. Yoonwoo, your mother cooks such delicious food. I am jealous of how you can eat different kinds of delicious food. Friend 2. How do you know how to cook such delicious food, Auntie? YN. My mother taught me. I am glad that you guys liked everything. Yoonwoo grabbed your hands.
Yoonwoo. My mummy is the best mom in the world. She cooks for me, she gives me a bath, she loves me so much. You smile back at him as you caress his hair. What about daddy? You widened your eyes as you looked over to see Jungkook and grandma. Jungkook. All praises for your mother. He glares at you as you gulp down.
Friend 1. Uncle, he praises you too but today is the day of the mother right? Jungkook smiled at him and nodded. Jungkook. I think we need to go home now. Right, YN, yeah. You stand lowering your head while Yoonwoo is beside you. You looked up slowly, your eyes met the cold gaze of Jungkook's. Jungkook. Care to explain, Ms. Young YN? YN. What to explain, it is what it is. Jungkook. Do you even know what you did? You openly said you are going to marry me.
YN. I didn't say that. I just introduced myself as Yoonwoo's mother. Jungkook. Do you think that they won't think the other way? Why did you even go there? Yoonwoo. Daddy, it was me. I gave her that idea. She just did what I asked her. Jungkook. You are a kid, Yoonwoo, but YN you should have been thoughtful. YN. I am sorry. You bowed in front of him. Jungkook sighed.
Jungkook. You don't know how fast this news will spread and my mom will force us to marry, you know that. YN. Don't worry, she won't. She knows the reason why I can't marry you. He tilted his head. Jungkook. Reason. YN. Yeah, reason. You said and walked away.
Yoonwoo. Daddy, you make her angry. Jungkook. Will you stop that teasing? Yoonwoo. Daddy, there is something I want to tell you. More like ask you. Jungkook. What is it? Yoonwoo. Won't it be possible that you could marry Ms. YN and make her my mommy for real? Jungkook. Yoonwoo. Daddy, you said you will be marrying who will have the nice aura. Daddy, Ms. YN have that aura and I like her. I would love it if she would become my mom so. Jungkook. We will talk about it later, okay?
Mrs. Jaeon sat down beside you as you looked at her. Mrs. Jaeon, thanks for making my Yoonwoo happy. You looked at her. She smiled and caressed your hair. To be honest, I didn't like you before but seeing how good and kind you are, I realize my mistake. YN, as a Jungkook mother, please marry my Jungkook.
YN, I told you about my reason, then why? I really can't. Mrs. Jaeon. YN, we will talk about that later. We already broke Jungkook's heart by rejecting his first love, but we don't want to broke Yoonwoo. YN, Jungkook's first love. She nodded. Mrs. Jaeon, we found out he was interested in a girl who was a junior in our school. Mrs. Jaeon, we found out Jungkook was interested on that girl. We didn't want any distraction in Jungkook's life so we forced him to be away from her. And I guess that's the biggest mistake I did. So please, YN, Mrs. Jaeon, I think you forgot, I can never give you the air. Mrs. Jaeon, YN, we will find a way out of it later. YN, Mrs. Jaeon, I don't want a loveless marriage. And if Jungkook will know about me not getting pregnant then, what is the guarantee that he will still accept me? Mrs. Jaeon, I am just requesting you as her savior's mother, if you can't then I won't fight.
Your eyes softened when you heard the word savior. But you didn't notice the smirk on her face when she realized how she manipulated you. Mrs. Jaeon. Moreover, YN, what you did a few days ago. You have to marry Jungkook now. She opened her phone and handed it to you.
President of Jaeon Company, Jaeon Jungkook. He is rumored to have a fiancé. Your breath hissed ready. The headline. Jaeon Yoonwoo, who is the son of Jaeon Jungkook. He attended the school day with a woman claiming to be his mother. Other parents who went to the program stated that Mr. Jaeon himself went to pick them up. The comments were blown up. You never knew how popular Jungkook was among the employees and outside too.
Mrs. Jaeon, you see that? Do you think we can clear all of those things? You have started it, so you have to end it too. You sighed and looked at her before nodding. You walked away. You covered Yoonwoo's body and stood to walk away, but Jungkook stood in front of you. YN, what happened? Jungkook, you said Mom won't ask us to marry, just that she is asking to reserve the restaurants for a family meetup. You looked at Yoonwoo and looked back at Jungkook. YN, can we talk outside? Yoonwoo just fell asleep. Jungkook sighed and nodded as you guys walked towards your room.
YN, your mother came to me saying I started the rumors and I have to clear it. You handed him your phone after opening the news. He looked at the article and stopped. Jungkook, YN, is she forcing you? YN, I am doing this on my own will. Jungkook. Jungkook, don't tell me that you still have feelings for me, so you are. YN, that's not the thing, it's just I am returning the favor of your saving me. Jungkook, what? YN, you saved me from fire. Basically you gave me this new life, and if marrying you and taking care of Yoonwoo as his own mother is the way to show my gratitude for you saving me, then why not? Jungkook, are you mad or something? YN, I saved you because I couldn't stand there and watch you being burned. It doesn't mean I want something in return. YN, you don't have to sacrifice your life just to show gratitude. Do you think that I will be okay knowing you are doing this just because I saved your life?
YN, Jungkook, I am doing all of this in my right mind. Jungkook, YN, I don't want you to sacrifice your life just for me. You have your own life, and being involved with mine just doesn't make sense. YN, you said you will marry someone who will love Yoonwoo and take care of him. And moreover, you want someone who could take care of Yoonwoo. Jungkook, I don't want you to regret this. YN, please. YN, I won't, I know that. You smile at him. Jungkook, my mom is manipulating you. YN, think carefully. YN, let's talk about this to your grandma, then she knows what's best for us.
Grandma, just because Jungkook saved you doesn't mean you have to do this. YN. Yeah, I would love to make you marry Jungkook because I love you. But this reason, think carefully. YN, marriage is no joke. If you take care of Yoonwoo, then you can do it as his friend, as his lovely Ms. YN. YN, Grandma, the truth is I can't get pregnant. She widened her eyes. And seeing Yoonwoo calling me Mummy, it makes my heart melt. I feel a connection towards Yoonwoo. And this situation just makes it all right. She caresses your hair. Grandma, YN, I always wanted to be a mother, but I can never be a mom. YN, I know Jungkook's mom is trying to manipulate me, but I am doing this in my own will. My parents don't even know this, nor Jungkook, but I will tell this to Jungkook. I just need your help. In the future, Jungkook wants to get a new wife. I am ready for that, just there is too much inside my heart. You burst out crying while holding your chest. The memories keep hunting you for a very long time. When you close your eyes, all you see is that baby who was covered in blood as you were holding his body while crying. Grandma, what is there that is hunting you? YN. Share it with me. You cried hard and shook your head. You never talked about this to anyone, and sharing it was hard too.
Mom, we are very glad to meet you. We didn't think YN would be in love with Mr. Jungkook. Jungkook smiled. Jungkook, It's okay for me if you call me just Jungkook. Dad, so, should we proceed with the marriage? Grandma, of course, let's decide the date. They started to talk with each other. You excused yourself. You walked towards the balcony and stood there. It happened so fast that it felt weird. YN, is that you? You looked back and saw your cousin, Une. YN, what are you doing here? Une, I heard you were having a family meeting for the marriage. Did you really move on so fast? Or, you never loved Young. You rolled your eyes and crossed your arms on your chest as the cold breeze hit your body.
YN, it's actually easy to move on as I don't want to waste my tears on scumbag like them. And I know, you're here to do something wrong, so drop the plan before you regret it. She smirked. Ruin. YN, what are you talking about? I am just here to meet your in-laws, that's it. YN, it's not like I don't know you and stop it. Stop ruining everything good in my life.
Une, you don't deserve to be happy after ruining me back then. YN, you still think your boyfriend breaks up with you just because of me? Wake up, Une. He didn't. Love you then what's my fault in that? Une, it's your fault. She stepped forward but suddenly stopped. You saw her eyes sparkling as she looked back. You felt warm in your body. You looked back and saw Jungkook as he wrapped your body in a shawl. Jungkook, I knew you would feel cold so I brought it. He smiled at you softly. YN, oh, thank you. He shook his head and rubbed your shoulder before looking at your cousin Yu. Was openly checking out Jungkook. Une, hey, my name is Une, In's cousin. Jungkook internally scoffed. He looked at you as you sighed and nodded. Jungkook, I didn't know you called your cousin for the family dinner. Une, why can't I come?
YN, if you aren't invited then it means you can't come. She rolled her eyes and stepped forward, towards Jungkook. Jungkook hugged your shoulder. Jungkook, you called me. He said he missed his mother. So should we leave? Une, Mommy and YN, what are you saying? Don't you know she can't get pregnant? You widened your eyes.
YN, why would you? Jungkook, I see why YN didn't invite you. You looked at him, he seemed calm. Une, Jungkook, do you think it's appropriate to talk about this thing in public? Such immature behavior. Une tried to say something but she was speechless. Une, why would you marry YN if you know she can't be pregnant? Jungkook, my YN is not a machine who I'm going to get married to so that she could produce my baby. I love her and that thing only matters. Jungkook, and why would you engage a personal thing like this? You thought I would call off the wedding if I hear that. Guess what, I won't. He coldly smiled and looked at you. Shall we leave? YN, what about our parents? Jungkook, we all are leaving in a few minutes, I am here to take you. You guys walked away, leaving an angry Une alone. Jungkook smiled as he kissed Yoonwoo. He covered the baby's body and stood up from the bed. Some medicine caught his attention. He picked it up and looked at it. He heard the door opened as he quickly placed the medicine away. Jungkook, I just came to check on him, I will go now. YN, Jungkook, about earlier. I can explain it. I was about to tell you about me not getting pregnant. He smiled and stood in front of you. Jungkook, it's okay. YN, I can understand you. Hearing it I connected the dots and realized. This may be the reason why Young cheated on you but how does your cousin know it? Did you tell him?
YN, I don't know and I don't want to know. He nodded. You are okay with it. Jungkook, about you not being able to get pregnant. If you insist we can go to the doctors and check it properly. YN, we can do that. Jungkook, if you want then I will take you. You will be my wife doesn't mean I have full control over you. YN, Jungkook, if in the future you ever want to remarry then I will support you. Jungkook, why would I remarry? YN, no, I mean if I could never get pregnant then. That you are a man, that you may have a dream for your own kids and all. Jungkook, I haven't thought about it but let's go with the flow. YN, why are you so chill? I am here having panic attacks. Jungkook, why would you? YN, we are going to marry. Don't you realize it? We, like, Dada, you could reject me back then and now. Jungkook, I told you I believe in destiny and we met again means we are made for each other.
YN. Dramatic kid. He tilted his face as he got close to you. Jungkook. What did you say? You shook your head and pushed him out of your room. YN. Let me sleep. You closed the door on his face. You smile brightly as the door opens. You hear others cheering you. Jungkook stands at the end of the altar. You wrap your hand around your father's arm as you walk down the altar. You saw Yunwoo who was looking at you with a spark in his eyes. Your dad placed your one hand on Jungkook's hand. Yunwoo took your other hand.
Dad, will you take care of my daughter, Yunwoo? Yunwoo take the bouquet from your hand. Yunwoo, of course, Grandpa. I will take good care of my mommy. You smile and nodded. You stand beside Jungkook while still holding hands. Yunwoo gave you your bouquet and went to nodding. Jungkook, don't be nervous. Everything is fine. He leaned down and whispered. Why head? How do you know? Jungkook, you are literally shaking right now. Relax. I am here. You looked at him as he smiled sweetly before nodding. Please, you may kiss the ground. You nodded to Jungkook as a permission. He gently grabbed your cheek before kissing you. Breaking the kiss, you looked at Jungkook. You were surprised too. He tears as it makes down his cheek. You gently wipe it and caress his cheek. You were told to do some publicity stunt by Jungkook's mom that she didn't want the reporters to see the loveless marriage. But everything you did was coming straight from your heart. Why then? What happened? You whispered. Jungkook, I finally got you, he said with his shaky lips. Why then? He shook his head and kissed you again as he smiled between